Welcome back to BT. Ordering wine at a restaurant can often in English, be intimidating and overwhelming. I'm already intimidated.
Did you have some wine?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Overwhelming, maybe. It causes people to choose the first thing they see rather than something they really want.
Joining us this morning to help cork that fear is wine expert Lauren Power. She's got the power. Good to see you. How are you, Lauren?
I love it.
Okay, let's get into this. First things first.
Yes.
What do we need to know when we're ordering said wine?
Okay, so when we're ordering wine, what we want, the first thing is that price does not matter, okay? We don't need to worry about ordering the most expensive bottle because that is a complete myth. So these are some of my tips on, ordering a good bottle of wine. So wines that are in that beginning part of the menu, the inexpensive wines, and those really popular brand names that we see everywhere, right, that are kind of consistent on all lists, we see at the liquor store, those are going to have the highest markup because those are what people are most comfortable buying.
Really?
Yes.
Interesting.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what do you recommend instead if it's not the lowest that you're familiar with?
Yeah. So we really want to shop that middle part, that heart of the wine list. These are two wines that I really love. So look for unfamiliar regions, wine regions, unfamiliar grape varietals. That's going to get you the best value for your dollar.
Okay.
So how do you use the server or sommelier? Oh, hey. When you're at a restaurant, what's the best way to approach them?
Yes, give them information, okay? They are there to help you, choose the best bottle of wine and provide you with the best experience. So here we want to give them information like what price range you're comfortable with. Let them know what you're comfortable spending so that they're leading you.
Important.
Don't make that mistake. Where it's like, I recommend a vintage from 1920. It'll only cost you $8,000.
Exactly.
No. So what did you have? Did you want to go through these wines?
Yeah, sure.
Sure.
So this wine here is a Soave. This is from the heart of Valpolicella region. Makes incredible white wines. Think of this as like an elegant Pinot Noir. Really, really great value for your dollar.
Okay.
Another grape that I love from Italy is Barbera. So Barbera is a soft, gentle, but also full red wine that goes really, really great with food, especially as we head into these colder months and we're having these heartier dishes, right?
For sure. Okay, wine terms. I'm dumb. I don't order wine often. Because I can get into trouble in some wine, and I'll leave it at that. But I do on certain occasions. It just feels right. What terms does a novice like me need to know?
Yes. So my biggest recommendation when talking to your server or your sommelier about, trying to guide them in the direction of what you want is actually just give them the names of the bottles that you normally drink, right? Tell them the bottles that you usually get, even the regions or the grapes that you usually like. That's going to help you and help the server a lot more into actually guiding what styles you like and guiding to help make a decision. Because wine terms can be confusing and we don't need to know those exact things because everyone interprets them a little bit differently. So I always recommend, I like these kinds of wines or from this region, this specific bottle, and that will help them a lot more.
There used to be the rule, like with fish and chicken, it's white.
Yes.
With the heavy meats, it's red. No longer. There's something for every dish.
Yes.
So you have an example here?
I do. So my favorite rule when it comes to food and wine pairing, don't worry too much about it. We often we get a little stressed about it, right?
Yeah.
Like those rules.
I'm getting stressed right now.
No rules.
Right now.
There's a perfect wine, no matter, for every dish, red or white.
Exactly.
So you have it here.
So what I like to do is match the intensity of the wine with the intensity of the dish that we're having. So here we have a salmon, right? This is what I would call a medium intensity dish. Right? It's not a really light fish. It's not a really heavy steak. So in that, we're going to go with those medium-bodied wines. So here we have a really full, you can see in the color too, right? This is a full white wine.
It does look nice.
This is a grape called Tokai. It's amazing, amazing white wine.
Where's that one from?
This is an Italian, but they also grow Tokai in Hungary, which is another really great value wine region. Or if we want to do red, we go something lighter, like a Pinot Noir, right? See the color in this? These both really great options for pairing with salmon.
Okay.
All right, we got about a minute. So when the server hands you that first little taste, what's the proper way to approach that so you don't look like a complete novice?
Can I tell you what I do?
Yes, please.
You let them pour. First you see.
Yep.
Then you swirl.
Perfect.
Then you sniff. Then you sip. Am I right?
You're perfectly right. What we're doing here...
Really? You just nailed all that? One more time, Lauren, for me.
Yes.
One more time.
So what we're doing here is we're checking to see if the wine is corked or tainted in any way to make sure that the wine is actually good to drink. Okay, this happens in less than 5% of wines. But what we're going to smell on this wine. So what we're going to do first is swirl.
Let's
of
be
course.
clear. This is juice. This is
juice.
juice.
This is
Yes.
yes.
It's juice. It's juice.
So swirl.
But some people make too much of a production. They're like
Totally.
this.
Yep.
That's what I would
Like,
do,
you know,
though.
we don't have to Copperfield it.
But that's what I would. I would.
you know what I mean? And then they're like,
Yeah, that's
you know, the people do this, Lord.
yeah.
And it's like, oh, we don't have to make a big full production out of this.
Exactly. Simple sip.
Okay.
Simple
Simple
sip.
smell. Smell.
Sorry, smell first.
Smell
or sip?
first.
Smell first.
Smell first.
Hold on. Sit through my
Hold
nostrils.
on. Let me. Hold on.
Interesting.
Smell first.
Smell
Okay.
first. What we're smelling for is, this sounds a little weird, but like wet newspaper, soggy cardboard. That's going to be
Or
a sign
cork.
that your wine is
I don't
corked.
want 2% cork in this.
Or like that vinegary acid.
Or vinegary, exactly.
Yes. Okay.
You can also taste that on your palate. So
And then a little.
smell, and then we'll sip.
It tastes like leather-bound books.
Yes, exactly. That is a sign of not corked wine.
Yes.
Another sign of corked
Cork-free.
wine is if
Killing
your
me.
wine is really dull, there's lackluster
Yeah.
in it, no fruit, all
Yes.
of that.
Okay.
So that's what we're looking for there.
I like my wine like my people, bright and sparkly.
Yes.
And full of tannins.
We gotta go, Lauren. Where can we get more info? This is great.
Yes, follow
Lauren,
me on
you're awesome.
Instagram, LaurenPower_wine. I share tons of wine tips, and I'm always happy to help answer any questions when it comes to wine, food, and all that
Not
fun
like
stuff.
this.
It's so Shira. It's Lauren. Princess of Power. Wine.
I was not expecting that.
I don't know where I was
All right,
going with that.
you sound up. Masks in school.
I swear this is cranberry
Do we need to
juice.
do it for a little bit? Let us know. 1-866-267-3797. That's the other info. We'll drink some fake wine here more after
You know
this.
what? Cranberry juice tastes better in these glasses.
It really does.
Is it
I
psychological?
have to be honest. I feel no pain.
Every business has a story to tell. Stories not just about what we do, they define who we are. Whatever you make, however you make it, let's make it together. Moneris.